Hello, hello, my friends. I have some fun holiday Christmas items to share with you guys from Slatkin & Co. today. The brand was very kind in sending me these products, which is why you guys are seeing that like paid promotion tag coming across the top of the screen somewhere around here. Full disclosure, you guys, I actually don't do sponsored content, so this is not a sponsored video. They're not paying me for this video. However, anytime I am specifically featuring products that I did not pay for, I believe that we are required or we are asked to check off that little paid promotion box when I upload a video to YouTube. So in the spirit of transparency, that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Don't really want to give anybody any reason to throw anything at me. So yeah, I got some fun stuff to talk about today. I've got a couple of candles as well as some hand soaps. We've got room spray. We've got all sorts of fun stuff that they sent to me that is now available on the Slatkin & Co. website. And they are going to be having another big deal promotion going on at QVC. I believe it starts this Thursday. What would that be? October 9th. And they were kind enough to send me one of the candles that it looks like it's a new fragrance. I've never seen this fragrance before. So they sent me a new fragrance, a new candle, as well as a hand soap to share with you guys. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. But let's go ahead and dive into this. Before I dive into it, I did want to say that the products that I'm talking about today, I'll make sure that I have listed with timestamps down below for you. And the other thing, just because I am planning to upload this video hopefully on Tuesday, October 7th, through October 8th, you guys, on the Slatkin & Co. website, they are increasing the discount for their affiliate codes. I, as well as a lot of other HOMEWORX brand affiliates, have normally our discount codes are good for 15% off of orders over $40. But through October 8th, they will increase that discount to 25% off of your purchase with the brand, which is kind of nice, right? Let's give us all a little bit of extra savings. So if you are somebody who maybe some of the products I show you today intrigue you and you're wanting to save a little bit of extra money, my affiliate code is KATIESJOYFULLIFE. If you're watching this video after October 8th, it is still good. It'll just only save you 15% at the website. So now, let's go ahead and talk about some of these products. First thing that I wanted to share with you guys, they actually sent me, I don't know how many of you guys know about this, but they have, I feel like the brand kind of quietly got into the car freshener game. Gosh, probably maybe close to 9 months ago or so. They started releasing some of these car fresheners. Now, these are like your standard ones that you put around your rear view mirror. Truthfully, you guys, they sent me, they come in a pack of 6. I'm trying to remember the price point on these. I want to say it's maybe around, is it around like $15 to $18? I'll make sure that I have it across the screen here, how much these retail for on the website. But it is a pack of 6. It's all the same fragrance. So this time they sent me the fragrance Grandma's Gingerbread. They did previously send me these air fresheners in the fragrance Harvest Leaves. And you guys, you know what's funny? I actually really like those. They last, I would say I get a good solid like 10 to 14 days of fragrance out of them. Now, I personally drive a little bit bigger vehicle, so I actually just put one of the Harvest Leaves ones in my, I drive a larger SUV, so I actually just put it in there to test it out. But I was curious about it because my daughter drives a more compact size car, and I put a Harvest Leaves one in her car, gosh, about 2 weeks ago, and I actually just swapped it out. I was going to do it the other day. I was like, oh, it's probably time to change that out. And I opened up her car door and I was like, actually, I still smell that Harvest Leaves, so I don't have to. So anyways, if you're looking for, maybe some of your favorite fragrances from the brand in car fresheners, they do offer them. Like I said, I like this Grandma's Gingerbread. I feel like this is a great fall and winter type of fragrance. I like the way that HOMEWORX does gingerbread scents. In fact, I just did a dedicated review last week on their pumpkin gingerbread fragrance, which I wish was not sold out because I really, really love that one. Would love to have another one. But yeah, so they gave me 6-pack of this, and they will be put to good use. Another product that they sent me is their room sprays. Again, they kind of quietly released these. Like, I feel like some of the things, like, we all know that HOMEWORX is known for their candles, right? Harry Slatkin is. We know that they've delved into some body care recently. But the room sprays, I feel like, have kind of like quietly found their place on the website. This is in the fragrance Frozen Balsam. So we have fragrance notes here of fir balsam, frosted ozone, bergamot, oak moss, and evergreen. And here's the thing, you guys, I actually already have this room spray in the fragrance Garland Berry, as well as, what's the other fragrance? Making Spirit Spice, and yeah, I think those are the other two that I have this fragrance in. Oh, I think I also got it in the Grandma's Gingerbread, and I actually ended up gifting that to my mother-in-law because I know that it's a fragrance that she would really like. So yeah, these are nice. I haven't yet used them because, again, they're more in holiday type of fragrances. I can see myself starting to break these out. Well, you know what? Actually, tree fragrances I can start burning this time of year or using. So maybe I'll put this in my bathroom and see where we use it. I personally, you guys, don't really use room sprays a whole lot. Mainly they're reserved for the bathroom areas for obvious reasons. So yeah, we've got Frozen Balsam in the room spray, and then they also sent me Frozen Balsam in their 4-wick candle. Now, I know that this is not a new fragrance to Slatkin & Co. I know that this fragrance has been around for a long time, but I have actually never had it because, for me personally, you guys, when it comes to tree fragrances, I tend to go more for like Douglas fir type of scents. Like, I like fir scents. I like more like warm, woody type of tree notes. And balsam can be very hit or miss. Unpopular opinion, I don't like Bath & Body Works fresh balsam. It's not for me. I do like their vanilla balsam. But the balsam fragrances, I'm always kind of like, let me get my nose on them. So when they offered to send this to me in PR, I was like, well, sure, why not? I've never tried the fragrance before, and it's been around for a while. Again, same fragrance notes that are listed on the room spray: fir balsam, frosted ozone, bergamot, oak moss, evergreen. This does have a March 12th, 2025 pour date. So I'm hoping that the wicks will be good on these because if you've been watching a lot of my recent HOMEWORX reviews for 2025 pours, they are burning pretty hot and fast for me. I'm getting good performance out of them. So I hope that pattern continues. So yeah, this fragrance it's a balsam scent for sure. I'm not mad at it though. This does have a little bit more of those like cool air vibes going on. I get a little bit of that oak moss in here. There's like, it's not just a straight up balsam scent. There are some other green notes going on in here. But this, to me, you know what? I actually think that I will probably be able to start burning this candle pretty soon and get a review up for you guys probably within the next couple of weeks. Yeah, see, I'm smelling the bergamot and the frosted ozone. There's something that smells a little fresh. Maybe it's the mix of the evergreen in here, which I do tend to like evergreen fragrances. So I like this one. It's almost clean. It's almost like a clean tree type of fragrance. We are now, it sounds funny because we are just really beginning fall, right? It's just October. But in the candle world, for me, I've been burning fall fragrances pretty much since late July. And as anticipated, I have always said, come October, I start to get a little bit tired of all of the apple and the pumpkin. I'm not quite done with pumpkin, but like I'm kind of over like apple fragrances. And so a way for me to start getting ready to transition to the holidays, I'm not yet quite ready for all of the stuff that traditionally screams Christmas to me. But one of the ways that I like to transition to holidays is that I'm starting to burn tree fragrances, particularly in the afternoons and evenings in my home. In fact, currently I'm burning Kringle Candles Snow-Capped Fraser over here. So yeah, I'm starting to want maybe some tree fragrances, but they don't necessarily scream Christmas to me. And I feel like that's what this fragrance is for me. I feel like this is going to be a good transitional scent. So I'm excited to finally try this one out because I have never had my hands on it. Now, they did send me a hand soap, and boy, when they offered to send me it in this fragrance, you guys know I jumped on it. I actually already own a duo of this hand soap that I purchased from QVC. I think I purchased it maybe like 2 months ago from QVC. They were running a special. It is in the fragrance Winter Fireside. Fragrance notes on Winter Fireside are sultry incense, smoked firewood, rich clove buds, and mulled spices. And for those of you who have been following my channel any length of time, I jokingly always say Winter Fireside, the candle, was my gateway candle to HOMEWORX. It was the very first HOMEWORX candle that I purchased. It was the candle that I fell in love with. It was the fragrance. It was when I recognized that I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like this guy's candles because I just love the blend of it. Now, before I show you the matching candle, they did also send me Winter Fireside in their 4-wick candle. I've mentioned this, I think, in my candle chat video over the weekend. Don't sleep on these hand soaps, you guys. I think that they are listed for $15 on the website. I think that there's a couple of them that there's like a 2 for $22 or something like that. Like there's a couple of them. Sometimes they'll run sales on the hand soaps. I'm going to tell you guys, my family and I really, really like these. I feel like even though, the price point on it, okay, $15, but I'm getting 22 fluid ounces. And again, I have a family of 5, so we are constantly washing hands. I am a stickler for washing hands. My kids know the minute they walk through their door, walk into our home from being in any public places, take your shoes off, wash your hands. That's like the rule in my home. Anybody coming into my home, that's what you do. Take your shoes off, wash your hands. And so, yeah, we go through a lot of hand soap. I have kind of slowly switched over to purchasing mostly Slatkin & Co. hand soaps because I really, really like the formula. They don't dry out my hands. I live in a really dry climate, so I have to be aware of that. But yeah, they sent me Winter Fireside, so now I have 3 Winter Fireside hand soaps for for the upcoming months. And they did send me the Winter Fireside candle because, again, I think I've already done a review on this one. In fact, I know I have. I just checked my playlist because I was looking to see if I had done another review, and I saw this one in there. It is a couple of years old, the review on it, but I would still stand by it, you guys. This one has a pour date. This one also has a pour date of March 12th, 2025. So again, I'm optimistic that this one is going to burn well for me. I will keep you guys updated in my candle chat series when I start burning this one, how it is doing for me. But Winter Fireside, you guys, this is one of my all-time, like if you're going to ask me, I would even say top 5 HOMEWORX candles. This is one for me. Again, I think it's the nostalgia factor because it was the first one, but this, I love this fragrance November through January. It doesn't necessarily scream Christmas, but there is something about that clove note mixed with kind of, it's smoky incense, but to me, it's funny. Some people smell this and they're like, oh, it smells like way too smoky to me. And I'm like, I mean, maybe it's because I like smoky fragrances, but like this isn't offensive smoky to me. I get more like incense and clove with this. It's not like a deep dark incense like how Kringle's, a lot of their a lot of their Halloween, like their part 1 Halloween launches, some of their fragrances, I'm thinking like Witch's Cauldron or like Sleepy Hollow or something like that. They have a really like deep incense note. That's not what I get in here. It's more of like kind of like church incense. Yeah, there's something about it. It's sweet. It's pretty. Oh, I just love this one. My family all loves it too. Every time I burn this fragrance or burn this candle, I have gotten compliments on it when people walk into my home. Again, one of my top 5 fragrances. Now, Frozen Balsam and Winter Fireside, I think the reason why they sent this PR to us, and part of the reason why they've done that extra, like it's the 25 instead of the 15% off, is to kind of celebrate that they have brought a lot of their holiday candles are now on the Slatkin & Co. website. Other fragrances that have popped up on there are Christmas Joy. I do recommend that candle if you are somebody who likes kind of like a spiced, almost like a pomander type of fragrance. I don't really detect a lot of green in that candle, but it's a very, very well done, like spiced orange type of scent. It's not super, super orangey. It's not as orange forward as Kringle Candle's Vintage Pomander, which was their collaboration with Melanie from Mr. Kong's mom. It's not as juicy orange as that. It's not even really as, I would say, like clove and orange as Kringle's Away in a Manger. But it is definitely, it's very like spice forward with a nice subtle orange and a little bit of green in the background. I really, really like Christmas Joy. I saw Garland Berry is on there. I believe White Birch has returned. There's just like a couple of like staple fragrances that they've had. I think Cinnamon French Toast is back on there. So there's a lot of like, we're starting to see some holiday candles start to show up on the website. So if you're interested in any of them, there you go. Now, switching over to the big deal candles going on, or the big deal that's going to be going on at QVC. Like I said, I believe that's happening this Thursday, October 9th. While we're on the subject of Winter Fireside, they did send me the Reed Diffuser in Winter Fireside, but you can see that this is in a little bit different packaging. So I do believe that the Winter Fireside, I think the candle, the hand soap, and perhaps the Reed diffusers are going to be part of the QVC big deal. Don't quote me on that, but it does look like this Reed diffuser at least is going to be, because this is definitely looking like special packaging that is probably going to be exclusive to QVC. So, and last I checked, I don't think I saw the Winter Fireside Reed diffusers on the Slatkin & Co website. So you guys know the way that I like to use a lot of these Reed diffusers is that for me personally, I usually put them in my vehicle and use them as kind of like my car air freshener. Again, because I have a larger SUV, and I find that that's just how I can get the most practical use out of them. I personally like to switch up fragrance so much within my home that I don't really have a use for Reed diffusers or even really plugins. So that is a way that I find a way to kind of like put that to good use. And then here's the big deal. They sent me in hand soap and the candle format. Now, I think a lot of you guys are probably really excited about the candle. This is the fragrance White Pine and Suede. So again, I think that this is a newer fragrance. I've never heard of this one from the brand before. We have fragrance notes of white pine, suede, clary sage, and cedarwood. This has a pour date of May 28th, 2025. So this is kind of nice. I'm not sure that this is a fragrance that I would have like picked up in store and been like, oh, I have to have that. But I would have been intrigued enough about it that I probably would purchase it. So that's kind of like where I stand. Like, it's not like an instant love for me, but I am intrigued by it. What does my nose detect here? I get a little bit of pine in here, but there's something, I think it's the suede note that I'm picking up in here. There's something that's a little bit more earthy, suede and cedarwood. I was going to say there's something that's slightly kind of woody in this. Yeah, this is kind of nice. If you liked kind of like the Palo Santo spruce, you know, last year where there was kind of like a little undertow of maybe some like smokiness mixed with a tree note, I think that you would like this. I actually think that this is going to be a good blending candle with the Palo Santo pumpkin that I have. There's something about this that has a little bit of like a resinous, again, I think it's the suede note in here, slightly, I want to say it's kind of like earthy, like not smoky. It's not smoky, but kind of. Sometimes suede can come across that way. It's this beautiful kind of like light green wax, which you probably saw in the B-roll. And I do like the packaging on it. Again, this looks like special packaging that they have done for QVC, and the lid is gold. It's a little bit different color than the other ones there. So yeah, I'm going to get to burning this one pretty soon. I'll do a post burn on it, but there's an element of it that's like, it's like fresh tree, but then there's some of that underlying suede note. I'm really curious to see how this one transforms upon burn. And then they did also send that to me in the matching hand soap. So again, you guys, I'm excited because I really like these hand soaps, and I'm like, good, my family can have nice clean hands. Yeah, it's almost like a sweet resinous note now in this one. So I'm very curious to see how that candle burns, because I don't believe that that is a returning fragrance. You can comment down below if you've been following the brand a little bit more closely, or maybe you're, you know, I've been shopping from HOMEWORX since late 2018. So I'm pretty familiar with a lot of things that I've seen come and go. But I do know that they have partnered with QVC over the years, and sometimes I don't always catch the QVC releases. Sometimes there's a lot on there. So the white pine and suede, I don't think that has been around before. So I think this might be a new fragrance. Yeah, really excited about that one. So Let me know in the comment section down below if you have been shopping from any of the new holiday drops over at Slatkin & Co. Were you able to get any backups of fragrances that you love? I would be curious to know, have you tried out the hand soaps? You guys, I'm telling you, don't sleep on those hand soaps. They're really, really good. I still have not really come across any HOMEWORX products out in the wild in my local discount stores. I am on the West Coast. I'm in Arizona. I haven't seen any, you guys. I've checked one Ross store, Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx. I'm just not seeing them yet. But I do know, based off of the Facebook group, that quite a few people are running across some goodies in stores. So I hope you guys are getting your hands on some favorites. But yeah, don't forget, these are available on the Slatkin & Co. website. The big deal, I do know that there are some other fragrances that we were offered to choose from with that, but I went ahead and went with the white pine and suede. So I'll be curious to see what the other offerings are on QVC this Thursday. So again, please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I will have some more post-burn reviews coming up for you guys throughout the week. And then I'm hoping this weekend to have an empties video up for you guys, because I actually have finished already burning quite a few other candles, fall candles. So trying to clear out my stash and be ready for the influx of holiday fragrances. It's hard to believe we're already at that time of year, but alas, we are. So, all right, you guys, I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.